My boss embarrassed me in front of the whole office, stole my idea, and expected me to stay quiet. He didn't know I was already planning the moment his own mistake would destroy him. I worked in marketing at a small company for almost 2 years. My boss, Daniel, loved two things: taking credit and humiliating people. If you had a good idea, he would nod like he cared, then present it later as if it had come from him. If you made one mistake, he would bring it up in meetings for weeks. He especially liked making people look small in front of the team. One Monday morning, I presented a campaign idea for a new product launch. I had spent the whole weekend on it. I had done the research, written the headlines, and even created mock-ups. The room was quiet while I explained it. Then Daniel smiled and said, "Interesting. Not bad for a junior-level draft." Everybody laughed. He then told me the concept needed serious improvement, even though it was obviously one of the strongest ideas we had. I kept my face calm, but inside I was furious. 2 days later, I saw Daniel send my exact campaign outline in an email to the regional director with his name on it. He didn't even bother changing the wording. That was the moment I stopped being loyal. Instead of confronting him immediately, I started keeping records. Every email. Every draft. Every message where he pushed work onto me and then acted like it was his. I also noticed something important. Daniel was sloppy with deadlines. He had promised the client a final presentation by Thursday afternoon. But he hadn't reviewed the data properly, and one of the charts in his version was wrong. I fixed that chart in my own copy and quietly saved everything. On Thursday, Daniel stood in front of the client and presented the campaign like it was his masterpiece. Halfway through, the client asked a question about the numbers. Daniel paused. He gave a vague answer. Then the client said they had noticed the same chart on the old version was incorrect. The room went silent. I spoke up calmly and said, "That was corrected in my revised version on Tuesday. I sent it to Daniel that afternoon." I watched his face change. The client asked to see the email thread. Daniel tried to recover, but it was too late. The evidence was right there. He had ignored my correction, used the wrong version, and then tried to hide it. The regional director was not amused. By the end of the week, Daniel had lost the client account and was removed from the project. A month later, he was reassigned, which everyone knew was corporate language for being pushed out. The best part was that the same team he liked to embarrass finally saw him lose control in front of everyone. He spent years trying to make other people feel small. That day, he got a very public reminder that arrogance always comes with a price.